welcome to another episode of An Anthropologist Watches Amberlynn Reid. Woo! Very spooky season. Woo! What we are going to watch here is actually, well, I'm not going to react to it a second time because that would be very meta. But during the live stream, I did react to the newest Amberlynn Reid video, and I just wanted to share that with the general public so you don't have to sit through 2.5 hours to hear my wit and wisdom about the Amberverse and Amber's new weird video about how she's in love with 2 different people, one of which she met only maybe a month ago? Or possibly a brand new person. We don't know. It could be new boo, ex-new boo, or it could be new boo, new boo. Meow. My cats are in the background crying. So, before we get into the video, I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you to all of my members. You all rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to click the like button. And I just want to let everybody know up front that I am an anthropologist by training. I am an archaeologist retired, and those are my credentials. Everything else is my opinion, so there you have it. Yeah, I think that's everything. So let's just jump into the video and have a good time, and yeah, enjoy. Ooh. Let's go crazy.
Guys, welcome to a new video.
Hi.
So I'm currently just mid-makeup. You guys have not heard from me in forever, it feels like, because I swear to you, I don't know what life is anymore. So let me finish my eyebrows. I'll be right back. So if I disappear and I come back with my hair in a bun, it's a very strong indication that Amberlynn is going through depression. She's going...
When is Amberlynn not going through depression? She annoys me. It's just, whatever. Red Bull Amber. Goat's chewy. Yeah, I wouldn't go hunt down squirrel for food. Though, I did have raccoon one year. We made it up as a barbecue, and it wasn't terrible. I wouldn't turn it down if somebody else made it. Make her a little louder? Okay. No, okay. It's fun. Yeah, I turn it down when I do other reactions, but yeah, she does talk quiet. I say as I mumble into my microphone. All right, anyway. So Amber's depressed, but yet is still putting on her eyebrows. I'm not gonna lie, guys. When I do my eyebrows, I just take my mascara wand and just kind of, after I put my mascara on, I just kind of brush my mascara wand through my eyebrows because I'm lazy, and I think it looks okay.
through a low. She's not okay. There's just a lot of like changes in my life and things that I don't know, just things that I'm going through. And no, this is not a bruise. It's exactly what you guys think it is. Whatever.
It's a trach scar? I know she wants us to know that she's got a hickey again, but... What? Why? Okay, so she's depressed and going through a low, but she's got a hickey. Are we to assume that it's from wifey? Or does she got a new boo or had a new boo for a hot minute who gave her the hickey and then left? Or something. Vacuum incident. Yeah, I'd like to see Amber not depressed. I'm not doubting that she doesn't have depression. It's just, have we ever seen her not depressed? Sorry, I'm putting my phone on mute. Okay, we're good. You think I would do that before the stream? You would be wrong.
Like I always try to put foundation. And it never works. Ever.
It's because you have to use concealer, and then you have to powder it. And it still doesn't work that well, depending on how bad the bruise is.
I literally don't get it. Because this foundation is amazing. I use the Fit Me Dewy and Smooth for normal to dry skin. Pretty freaking great, not gonna lie.
I tried the Fit Me. I didn't actually like it. It sat on my skin real heavy. What am I using right now? It's Neutrogena, actually. It's the Neutrogena one. I really like it. Not only does it actually kind of match my skin tone, but it doesn't feel sticky on my skin and heavy on my skin, so. GAD depression. Tangling neck.
I'm literally just gonna wear mascara. I'm not even gonna wear eyeliner. I don't care enough. Okay, so makeup's been done. I've been just doing a little bit more packing.
I thought she said she wasn't doing eyeliner. Am I crazy? Maybe she just did like a light eyeshadow. I do that a lot. The eyeshadow eyeliner. I think like I know you all care. The pencil always makes my eyes look really small, and I haven't really mastered the liquid yet, but either way, I don't really like the way my eyes look with a real bold eyeliner on it. So what I usually do is just use one of the darker eyeshadows, and I just kind of like go over the top of my, well, you know where you put your eyeliner. I think that looks a lot better on my eyes for me, but I also have hooded eyes, so there's no point in me wearing eyeliner.
I just do a little bit every day, but today I actually have an appointment with the movers. They're actually gonna come and see all the stuff I have and give me like an actual quote. So that's super exciting. So I'm only gonna show them the things I'm taking with me. Right now I'm about to take some decor off the wall. So this is actually the things I'm taking with me. An actual quote. So that's super exciting. So I'm only gonna show them the things I'm taking with me. Right now I'm about to take some decor off the wall.
Wait, has she not talked to a mover yet? Also, do movers come out and give you a quote? I thought you just rented a truck and some time. I don't know. I've never... Yeah, every time I've moved real far, I've used the pod. And you load the pod and you unload the pod, so... She packed for the day. I would wear this shirt. I do like this shirt, Rach. I like a lot of the clothes Amber wears. It just doesn't necessarily... Like, she gets it in the wrong size for her, and so it doesn't look as good on her. They will come out and give you a quote. All right, then. Oh, yeah, there you go. Maybe the movers gave her the hickey.
The wall. So this is actually Feline's bathroom, but I had this decor up even before she moved in. It's just so cute. I love the aesthetic, and I'll definitely be keeping it. All right, you guys. So far, this is everything that I have packed.
That doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad. And this is the, yeah, you can still see it. This is the hanger box, the closet box that you put your stuff in on the hangers. The magical hanger box. Those look interesting. I wonder what those are. All of the important documents and the plant. I like that the plant is in a box. I mean, I would do the same thing. I just think it's funny. This is all she's taking?
And put in the corner of the office that is going to be going with me. Wow. There's still a couple more things. I have some clothing, hygiene stuff, my jewelry, but this is pretty much it. And then I have some of my pictures over there, which I haven't taken the ones down from the living room yet, but yeah, this is pretty much every single thing I am taking besides my bed, my couch, typical stuff like that. All right, guys, so I just did my little thingy with the movers. So they're going to send me over like my official quote tomorrow. So no matter what the price is, which
she does this thing. Sorry. She does this thing when she's talking where she'll put her hair behind her hair behind her ear, and she'll kind of look down and she'll be, I don't even know if I'm doing it right. Let me look at myself. She'll like, and it's only for a brief second when she does it. And she does it a lot when she's telling stories. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it exactly, but it's a micro expression that she does a lot, but only in specific situations. I'm going to have to start keeping an eye out for it.
I have a feeling I already know like around what it's going to be. Because I did do a quote
that's
with
not
them.
Her whole, Lexi, that's not her whole wardrobe. Not unless she like vacuum sealed them into baggies first, no.
a month ago, but that was before they saw my stuff. So now that they've seen it, it's probably going to be a little less than what they originally said, because I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. So, yeah, I officially have movers. It does make things feel a little more real, and it's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Things are moving kind of quickly. I'm a huge procrastinator. I feel like I work better under pressure. And
Thank you, Tequila and Donuts.
Date is coming up very soon, so I feel like that's why I'm doing everything like so close to them, because that's just the way that I am, the way that my body works. Like, I'll be sitting there all day, and my brain is like, get up, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that, and then you have to do this. Like, up here, hyperactive 24/7, but I physically can't get up. No haters, not because of my weight. It's because I feel like I can't do it. Like, I can't get up. Everything just feels so overwhelming to me, and it's like my brain never stops ever. But like, I can't put into action the things that I need to do, and it's very overwhelming and it's hard.
I mean, if only someone were able to prescribe you something that could potentially, a pill or something that you could take every day that could help you regulate those thoughts and maybe even allow you to feel motivated enough to stand up and do the things that you are thinking of. If only there was somebody somewhere in this world that could help.
And especially, I would say the last like 2 weeks, that's very much what I've been experiencing, is knowing that like so many things need to be done, and I'm just like not doing them as quickly as I should be. I don't know.
I don't know why she'd be fishing for the ADHD. I mean, I don't doubt that she has ADHD. I can't diagnose that, obviously, but like as many times as she's been diagnosed with a plethora of things, I'm surprised that ADHD didn't come out. When I went to go see my therapist, my prescribing therapist, I was in there for almost 3 hours, and I left with a list. I was impressed at the list. I was like, damn, dude. But he did diagnose me with ADD. Yeah, I'm not hyperactive. I just have the ADD. And I was like, I don't believe you that I have ADD. He goes, no. It's gifted ADD. And I'm like, oh, well, that makes it better then. And my best friend still gives me shit about it because I'm gifted, y'all.
It's a problem. So I'm currently eating Hawaiian food.
You are?
It's this Hawaiian barbecue place, and I got some coconut shrimp.
Coconut shrimp are good.
And it comes with this like macaroni salad, which is okay.
So far, I'm not seeing the Hawaiian here.
I've never been like a huge fan of macaroni salad, but I will say I do kind of enjoy it from here. And then it comes with this like sticky rice that has like the sauce on top. Honestly, it's so good. I'm getting pretty full, so I'm probably going to take a few more bites and then I'm going to be done, but it's pretty
Girlfriend, I can eat all of that. There's no way in hell you're going to make me believe that you've not eaten all of that. Okay, so the autism thing. I've heard a couple people now bring that one up. My partner's on the spectrum. So my partner's on the spectrum, and we used to actually hang out with a group in Indianapolis, which was an adult social group for adults with ADD on the spectrum, or not ADD, sorry, autism on the spectrum. And I'm not saying I'm an expert, because I know it does express in various different ways, but even obviously everyone in this group was high functioning, and obviously my partner's high functioning, and that's like a whole other can of worms. But there's nothing Amber does that makes me think or even suspect that, again, not capable of diagnosing. I've just been exposed to it a lot. One of my better roommate that I lived with for several years, actually, was a woman who was diagnosed. So I kind of have an idea of what it looks like in women as well. Again, everybody's slightly different, but if she wanted to whip that one out, I would have an issue as much as I have an issue with her. But yeah, that's not, that wouldn't be very nice of her to do, which means she's probably going to do it in about 6 months. Yeah, Hawaiian food. This is apparently what Hawaiian food looks like. I mean, I don't see any, what is it, poi? I don't see any of that. I don't see any, nicely fried tubers. I don't see any fish. I mean, I guess coconut shrimp, but, you know, just because it's got coconut on it doesn't make it Hawaiian. Yeah, I don't think Amber displays anything that looks like autism, but again, not a doctor. So I 100% believe she's got ADHD, and I don't not believe the bipolar, but I'm skeptical of it. But I mean, she's clearly depressed. That's not in it. That's obvious. Rach says when she does it, I'm gonna riot. Oh, Prez Hens. Hawaiian gets the fancy 7-Elevens. Damn it. I want one of those. I watch people eat at those all the time. Why do they get the nice stuff and I get the place where no one goes in the evenings because it's not safe to go there at night? Anyway. Susan. All right, anyway, back to this.
Tasty. I actually used to eat a lot of Hawaiian barbecue when I was in high school, and I haven't had it since. So it's kind of like, whoa, okay, this is unlocking some memories.
You lived in Florida when you were in high school. What were you doing eating Hawaiian? Okay, what is Hawaiian barbecue then? What is her definition of Hawaiian barbecue?
For me? Okay, guys, we're in my closet because I need to put away these clothes. It's a lot of clothes I gotta put away.
As always.
These clothes I'm trying to figure out, should I hang them? Should I pack them? It's just a...
You should just wad them. Wadding them up seems to work perfectly fine. There's no reason to take that extra step to make sure your clothes are wrinkle-free. Just leave them like there. Just get a trash bag, stuff the fuckers in there, throw it in the other room, call it a day. There's no reason. Actually, take your clothes, wrap your dishes in your clothes, box your clothes up with your dishes. That's honestly the best thing to do, in my opinion. But I mean, the lump there is fine as well, I guess.
A lot. But you guys, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't drank since April 2022.
As you remind us constantly.
But I did drink last night. Yeah, I had 7 White Claws.
Seriously? First off, it's White Claw. Secondly, you drank a case plus, or you drank a 6-pack plus 1 White Claws by yourself. Who drank the other 5 then? Ugh. She does have a lot of mugs. Oh, thank you. It's a dress. It's my... Can you guys... I want to see if I can do this without, like, flashing everyone, so this might be interesting. It's spooky season, so, like, I have a... There we go. It's like a spooky print. It's got skulls and cats and pumpkins. Does it have pumpkins? Yes. Pumpkins and rando maple leaves. It is spooky season, gosh darn it, and I'm wearing my spooky season dresses. All right. I am a non-drinker. Therefore, my concept of how much alcohol is too much alcohol is very skewed. So, how many of y'all can put down 7 whatever White Claws are? Are they wine coolers? 7 of them in a row in an evening. My boyfriend, my partner, who has always drank, doesn't do more than 3 beers in a night. And he's a tall guy. I'm just saying, he's a big boy. But so much liquid. I thank you, everybody, on the comment on the dress. I appreciate it. Baba Yaga's chicken. Yes, I assume people who have binge eating disorder, it's just another form of addiction. So it would not be a stretch to say that they do other things in excess as well. Ooh, did she record herself drinking? That would be fabulous. Because every time we've ever seen her drink, she drinks like that high school chick who like has a sip of a wine cooler and then she's like, I'm gonna I'm so drunk, you guys. I know that White Claws are not like... They're not like hard liquor. I know that. Visual snow. If she hasn't shown off her drinking, has she even drinking? She's telling us she drank, okay? That's good enough. I guess that is kind of a low alcohol content. I just had a twisted lemonade. Honestly, I just had a twisted lemonade with dinner because of a miscommunication and bad English, but that was a whole other story. And it was 5% alcohol, but I literally had like 3 sips of it. I made my partner drink the rest. 7 White Claws.
Which for me gets me a little drunk. I'm not gonna lie.
Hang on.
Yeah, I had 7 White Claws, which for me gets me a little drunk. I'm not.
Okay, who other than like a professional drinker would 7 alcoholic drinks that have to be at least like 12 ounces, I would think. How many people wouldn't be drunk after 7 White Claws in a row? That, I mean, I know I'm not a drinker, but to me that just seems like a lot. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Hi. Because I have to work on
I have very low alcohol intolerance. It's a situation. I've always been like that.
And you drank 7 freaking alcoholic drinks with your low alcohol tolerance. I think she's lying. And I'm not even going off of her body language. I just think she's lying. Yeah, where's her hangover? Maybe that's why she didn't feel good the next day.
I don't know. I kind of just wanted to let loose a little bit in my home. Nothing wrong with that. But I actually wanted to come on here. What I really wanted to say is y'all are coming through on my Instagram, sending me screenshots of Trisha Paytas saying that she wants me on her podcast. What? If you guys...
That was the segue. We go from, y'all, I drank 7 White Claws last night without a hangover the next day. And then we segue to Trisha Paytas wants me on her podcast. If I were Amber, I wouldn't trust anybody who would want me on their podcast because I wouldn't trust them to not try to humiliate me. And Trisha, nothing against Trisha, really. Why would Trisha want Amber on her podcast is my question. Like, that would be my first question.
You guys know me, I have always been kind of obsessed with Trisha Paytas. And then when the frenemies happened, very obsessed. But then there was a few things that made me not like her so much. But then, as you guys have heard, like in recent videos and like live streams, I've been saying, I get her. I get it. Mental illness. And she has changed a lot. And I don't know, just like in a recent live stream, I was like, I would love to be on her podcast. And then she literally said that she would love to have me. I don't know why, but that just makes me so happy. Like, I have been asked so many times, hundreds, to do interviews with people, whether it be for like magazines or podcasts or videos or...
Sure, Jan.
Whatever it may be, especially I would say in like the last 6 years, and I've always said no. Trisha Paytas might be the very person that I would actually say yes to. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure, Jan. I don't doubt that Trisha Paytas might want her on her podcast because I don't know Trisha, so I don't know. That might be Trisha's thing, but like, that would be the fact that anybody wants me on their show would be a big red flag. Watch, she's probably going to tell us here in a bit that, oh yeah, H3H3 totally reached out to me to be on their podcast, but I turned them down because XYZ. Thousands and thousands. Susan's thinking the same thing I am. Oh, okay. All right. That's a lot. There's a lot going on here. What are we looking at? We are looking at lots of earrings. There we go. Lots of earrings. Couple different lipsticks. Why did she even buy lipsticks? She only wears the same color every time. Something. Airspray? Room spray? That's that dry shampoo she bought. Hair barrettes. I'm trying to think if I've seen her wear most of this. I know we've seen these little pink hoops. If it's a hoop, we've probably seen it. This is her the one and only style of choker she wears because it stretches. This might be a choker.
Okay, I know it's looking a mess, but right now I'm just going through my jewelry officially, trying to decide what I want to take, what I want to get rid of. And so far in this bag, we have some like puffy earrings, a whole container of like backs for my earrings, chokers, stuff like that. Here we have tons of hoops. Tons of hoops. I'm definitely a hoop girly. And I haven't gone through any of these yet, so here's some hair clips. I'm not going to keep any hair clips, so things I'm getting rid of, I'm just throwing away.
Sorry guys, give me just a second. My neighbors, I have a group text with my neighbors because I live in an apartment building, and somebody's saying something about smelling smoke, so let me make sure the building's not on fire. Never mind, we're smelling fish in the water, apparently. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I thought that was important. I have learned my lesson.
Do you guys think I should keep these earrings? They're crazy. I've never worn them before.
I do actually like those. I don't know if I'd wear them because I'm not a big dangly earring fan, but I kind of like the look of them.
But they're definitely a statement. Baby girl, I love these earrings. I personally, random fact about me, that is my favorite pet name to be called while in a relationship. Yes, it is.
Great.
Oh my god, I have like necklaces that are all like tangled and stuff. Jeez Louise.
My favorite pet name is my name.
So I'm just needing to figure out like how do I pack my necklaces without getting them all tangled. All of like the really expensive jewelry that Feline has gotten me, I'm not going to get rid of. I'm actually keeping it. And that
because it's from Gucci, and we know how you feel about name brands. Like, I bet if it had been a no-name piece of jewelry, that she probably would have gotten rid of it because memories, y'all. But the fact that it's a Gucci necklace, because I remember when she got it, she was like super excited about it. Come here. Come here. Fine, sit over there. There's nobody in there. Grown ass woman. Can you imagine your partner calling you, hey, grown ass woman, come over here. I can just yeah, I wouldn't trust Trisha. I wouldn't trust anybody, honestly, to have me on their podcast if I were Amber. I would be the third reactor whose fire alarm went off during a stream. God. Oh, man, I hope not. Our fire alarm is... Jeez Louise. You can hear that thing in space. Every time it goes off, all three of my cats decide to hide, and they all three go in three different directions. And I'm just like, if this was a real fire, y'all be dead because I can't find you. But that's just what cats do. You know, you can't train them to not do that.
A Gucci box. There's earrings and just, I don't know, there's a few necklaces actually that she has gotten me.
Well, she does like her hoops.
Definitely going to keep that stuff because I do like it. I don't know. I
like the snake earrings.
Snake earrings, which I will definitely be keeping. So it is the next day.
Very Taylor Swift.
I didn't end this video.
I like those. Those are cute, actually.
I was looking at the Q&A questions, and you guys are...
I was looking at her community post where she's like, hey, everybody, go over to Instagram and send me questions or something. And the first comment that I saw was somebody saying, how many more questions can we even ask you, girl, that we don't know everything about you already? Besides, what happened to all of those questions on the popsicle sticks? Because we never finished the popsicle sticks.
I like harsh, but I'll answer some that like, I don't know, is good questions to answer. Before I do, I just want to say that you guys will see me in this outfit in my next vlog because I am going to start a new vlog after this video. I might fix my hair, might touch up my makeup because literally all day today I've just been on the
She did put her eyeliner on. After telling us she wasn't going to put her eyeliner on, she put her eyeliner on anyway.
on the go. I think we might actually go out tonight, so I do want to touch myself up a little bit because I'm looking a little reckless. There have been quite a few people asking, like, how can you move on from Feline when you were so deeply in love with her? And honestly, I don't know how it happened, but I did fall in love with someone else. Feline is very aware. It has been really hard for her, and I don't really want to, like, share stuff.
Ooh, new boo. New boo. Or was she like madly in love with the girl that she broke up with right after the live stream?
About the situation that's like personal from her end, but it just happened. It wasn't meant to happen. I am still actively in love with this person. I am not with them though. Again, that's just more like personal things, but I do love them.
This is the old new boo. Can Amber not be in a relationship with someone and not, wait, how to phrase this? Can Amber be in a relationship with someone and not be obsessively in love with them? Or even just like, you know, you can be in a relationship. Usually it's the early parts of relationships. You're not in love. You like each other. And you, that's kind of the point. You're hanging out because you like each other, or you're like physically attracted to each other, which is also a valid reason, but like, you're not in love. Can Amber not be in a relationship that isn't insta love? And how draining must that be? And what if you're a person who was expecting just kind of a, hey, I like you, you like me, let's hang out kind of a thing, and she just starts immediately popping off with, I'm in love with you. Like, that would be the biggest red flag on the planet, unless you're also one of those people, I guess. She is in love with the idea of being in love, Alexi. Yes, I think that's... And that's probably why her relationships never work out, is because she's got this idea of what the perfect love is, this unobtainable idea of love. And of course, nothing lives up to it. So her relationships never function right. Excuse me. I had Ethiopian food for dinner, and I like it, and it doesn't like me, apparently. Visual Snow says love equals security for her. Yeah, but I don't know. Okay, I'm not trying to insult anybody because this might come off that way, but it's a sign of immaturity to me that she can't be in a relationship with someone, especially early in a relationship with someone, and not be madly, hopelessly in love with them. Like, she's enjoying the fact that she has to pine for this person. And that's the other thing. Like, okay, so now you're in love with the girl who broke up with you after the live stream. Are you not still in love with Feline, who you said, you know, I'm in love with Feline and I will always love Feline? Are we no longer in love with Feline? And how many of us think Feline doesn't actually give a shit? It's love at first DM. It is, though. Yeah, Prez Hens, she never practiced the in-like phase. Dude, this Ethiopian place we went to, I was a little worried. It was kind of sketch. We went in. I don't think that place has been cleaned in like 10 years. And, but the food was amazing. So, definitely be going back with more hand sanitizer because the food was absolutely worth it. This is all part of her new caretaker game? What are you thinking, Visual Snow? I don't think Feline gives a shit. I really don't. Like, how could she? Like, how could she? Not like, how could she? I'm just like, how could, like, a logical, adult-ish, mature woman still give a shit when your ex is playing childish games all the time? But, she still put a hickey on her neck, so.
They're truly, honestly, one of the most amazing people that I've ever known. It's just like hard to talk about it right now. So I'm not really going to, but feelings happen. I don't know how it happened. It literally just happened. And normally that's how falling in love happens. Next.
All right, I'm going to be kind of cold here. I have never accidentally fallen in love with someone instantaneously. I don't think I've ever accidentally fallen in love with anybody. Like, every one of my relationships, of which I've had many, have all started off with the, hey, you're interesting, let's hang out, and then developed into, well, obviously there's a physical attraction, clearly, and then they develop beyond that point to like, hey, we've been hanging out for 6 months and I don't feel the need to bury your body in the backyard with the rest of the losers. Would you like to be my boyfriend and or girlfriend? And it's, but I mean, and then it develops from there. I don't think I've ever told anybody I love them before a year of dating them. So, but that's me. I can't imagine. Well, they weren't even talking for like a month. And she's in love with this girl to the point where she's overfulling 100% now because she's madly in love with this person who she can't be with because reasons. It's like a Korean drama.
So, you're like, oh, hot damn, I'm in love with this person. And so I'm actively in love with two people at once. I've never been the one to experience that before. So it's different. I will say that. It's been really hard. It's been very hard. There's a lot of things behind the scenes, and it's just been a very interesting experience. I will say that, but maybe one day I can share a little bit more. I just don't really feel comfortable right now. And another.
Now we'll wait for the next live stream where you drink and then you start telling us.
First question
everything.
I saw, someone was asking, like, through packing and getting rid of so many things, like, do you notice like that you are a hoarder? Do you notice you do have a shopping problem? Like, you have too much stuff? Is that going to change the way that you handle things in the future? I've always known that I have a shopping problem, which honestly, it was really, really bad.
Tequila and donuts. I love you, who dis?
A few years ago, nowhere near right now. Like, I don't even shop for myself anymore. Let's be real. But with all the like small collections of things that I did have, like candles, wax melts, like things like that, it's definitely eye-opening. Like, bro, you don't need that much. And it's definitely changing the way that I view things, because I'm not going to be sitting here and like buying a bunch of stuff for my new apartment. I'm just not. Like, you guys might see me buy like a couple like decor pieces or whatever, but that's like different. I don't even feel the like need or urge or anything like that to collect anything, where in the past, like, I just wanted an abundance of like one thing that I liked a lot. Like, earrings was a really good example of that. There was a phase where I was like super addicted to lipsticks. I don't know. And I know it has a lot to do with like trauma and like I didn't have money or I didn't have things when I was younger.
Somebody's been listening to the reaction channels.
At all. I know people with ADHD also suffer with fixations. And as you guys know, I am a possible ADHD person because like I have been told by
I am a possible ADHD person. She is working for that ADHD diagnosis.
Therapist. I still haven't gotten assessed. It's like a whole thing. I'm probably going to do that once I move.
All right, I will say this about the diagnosis thing. The doctor that diagnosed me with my stuff was the same doctor that prescribed my medications that I'm on. I'm on Wellbutrin, and I don't know, I can never remember the name of the anxiety med I'm on. So he is the one that diagnosed me with my stuff. And I see him once every 3 months, just kind of a check-in. I don't think I spend more than 45 minutes in his office because basically I just go in there to make sure that like medicines are still working and everything. And we just have a quick chat and then we're done. My therapist that I see monthly to 3 times or every month or every 3 weeks, it varies. She has flat out told me she doesn't like to diagnose, so she won't diagnose me with anything, but I have given her the list of things that my prescribing doctor has said, so she has his list of stuff, but we've never discussed any of it because I just don't think that's how she works, which is fine because I'm okay with not doing that. That's just how I work. Excuse me while I adjust. I don't know. I feel like it's interesting to see the list of things that he came up with, but I feel like if I start dwelling on that list, then I won't actually do anything to deal with what the actual, because just because it has a name doesn't mean it's gone away. Like the problem's still there, that kind of a thing. And I feel like if I have a name for it, I might fall back on that as opposed to actually trying to fix it or deal with it, But that's a me thing. Some people enjoy having that. It gives them closure and they need that, and that's fine. But I was getting ready to say, she's gone to at least one therapist, if not two. And supposedly she saw one of them 12 times in a row. And the guy never once said, hey, I think you have ADHD. So, ADHD has fixations. Yeah. Yeah, they can be pretty fixated on things. But yeah, it's also an autism thing, so I know that one too. Devaluation of, I'm reading Prez Hen's evaluation of relationships post New Girl. It's her prioritization of self and need that reinforces her lack of progress. Huh. Yeah, some people need that diagnosis. I'm not knocking people that do. I'm just saying for me, I just felt like, well, it was a long list too. And I was just like, there's a lot here. So maybe it was just a little overwhelming. I don't know, Calligraphy Fairy. Maybe if she really did have it. It could be debilitating for her only in that she can't focus long enough to actually do anything. And so she just constantly does nothing. But there's that. Maybe he was not allowed to diagnose. Yeah, I know some of them are not supposed to do that. Like the BetterHelp people are not supposed to diagnose, which is a whole other topic, but...
And as you guys know, like I was diagnosed with bipolar years ago, and even medicated, I would still go through manic episodes. And when that would happen, I would spend a lot of money.
Then you need to have your meds adjusted.
I like a lot. Things I didn't need, things I would never need. And it's like I was medicated on Lamictal and I kept increasing my dose. And like the mania did lessen, but it was still there. Medicine can't fix everything. But yeah, every time I've spent a lot of money or I've had a large collection of something, it's because it was mental. So like when people make fun of me about it, it's like really sad because it's just like there's not enough awareness.
Great. So now we can't criticize her large collections of garbage because that's coming after her mentals. I don't think Amber understands that there are other people on the planet who have the same issues that she has or has issues that are very similar to what she has. And that, she's always like, oh, you can't criticize me because you don't know what it's like. And it's like, yeah, but what about all of these people that do know what it's like and they are criticizing you because they know what it's like? And are their opinions somehow invalid because special Amber? Like, that's the thing. Like, Amber wants to be in this little box all by herself where she's super special little Amber girl. And she keeps throwing out all of these disorders and these diagnoses that I'm half believing are real. And then people who actually have these issues, who are actually, like with the addictions things, blah, 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 my addiction to XYZ. And then people who have actually recovered from addictions come forward and they're like, yeah, but you don't seem like someone who's actually recovering or, that kind of crap. And she doesn't acknowledge that. It's like no one else on the planet has ever been diagnosed with ADHD and no one else on the planet has ever had chronic depression and no one else has ever had PTSD. It's just Amber. And so everything that Amber goes through is the only way to experience those problems. And it's like, what happens when those of us who also have these issues come forward and we say, hey, put on your big girl panties. What's your objection to our objections then? I guess is what I'm trying to say. Visual Snow, you're assuming she knows what the symptoms are. Because that's the other problem. The problem is with her diagnoses is look, I know people like to come after her because they're like, oh, she went to one doctor's appointment once and she came out with a laundry list of diagnoses. That happens. That happened to me. We spent 3 hours in a room together and I had like a list. Okay. And we've never refined the list. He occasionally goes back over it and asks me questions and then he like ticks little boxes and then he's like, okay, well, see you in 3 months. I'm just like, wait, I went to see what the boxes were. Anyway, so you can get quite a few diagnoses in one setting. I think certain ones require more testing or just more observation, I would think. But the other side of this is I don't really believe she's ever gone to doctors, to therapists and psychiatrists, psychologists like that. I don't think I'm starting to believe that she's never been diagnosed. And that's a personal thing for me. Like the bipolar thing, she must have been diagnosed because she was getting a prescription for something that was, as I understand, I'm not bipolar, was a fairly heavy duty drug. And she's been on something else prior or after that as well, because I remember her talking about it. I feel like it started with like an O or something, not Ozempic. And so she's had to have been diagnosed with something at some point in order to get the prescriptions. But all this other stuff, I don't know if I believe that she's ever actually been diagnosed. And the ADHD thing, she's just assuming she has it. She's never bothered to even ask about, maybe do you think I have this? Like, anytime I think there's something wrong with me, I ask my doctors about it. Not my doctor, my mental doctors, because I'm just like, I think I might be XYZ. What do you think? And then they either walk me through it or they agree to disagree. Anyway, the more I watch her, the less I believe the shit that comes out of her mouth.
Around topics like this, I feel like. And even if there is a lot of awareness, there's just not enough like understanding and sympathy and things like that. But all of this is definitely up here, and it's not so much like a personality thing. It's not just like, oh, I want a ton of stuff because that's just like so fun and quirky. No, it's just because like
You literally just bought a bunch of stuff because you thought it was fun and quirky. Because I recall on more than one occasion, you literally playing up the quirky card with the crap you've collected. Especially when it came to like those micro brands and like some other teeny tiny plastic garbage thing she was collecting there for a minute.
If I ever went through a phase where I was buying a ton of stuff, it's like I felt like I couldn't control it, and it's like I had to have it. Anyways, those were like 2 questions that I felt like answering. So I'm gonna start a new vlog. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey guys.
Bye. That wasn't too bad. It was only an hour. 12 minutes in an hour. That was fine. Let's see. Let me get caught up. Rocky's Wookie. Yeah, when you finally go see somebody who's like capable of diagnosing you, like, you're not there for 20 minutes. You're there for a while, and then you leave with your little laundry list. Most people. Maybe there's people who go in and they're like, hey, I think there's something wrong with me. And they sit there for 3 hours and they talk with this person and they talk to the diagnoser person and they're just like, you know what? You're fine. Go home. I mean, surely there's somebody out there who's normal. I don't know who that is, but that person has to exist. Let's see. I don't know, Calligraphy Fairy. If I had told my doctor that I wanted meds for ADHD, though, to be fair, Wellbuten's used for a lot of things. I think he would have at least challenged that first before prescribing me. But Amber can be very charismatic when she wants to be. So, you know, I say that, but then it is possible that she just knows how to charm people if she wants something. But why would she? We know she doesn't like taking meds. So why would she work hard to get a prescription? And we know she was taking them for a couple vlogs because she mentioned them. And at one point she was blaming her poor behavior towards Becky on the fact that she hadn't had her prescription in a while. She always had an excuse for it, but that's classic abuse behavior. So she just boggles my mind. Like, and that's the other thing that people don't, if you've never been on a prescription, which it sounds like most people in here probably have been, but like, it can take up to 6 months, if not longer, depending on what they put you on, to adjust to that crap. When I first started taking, what was it, Prozac? Yeah, when they first had me on Prozac, back when I lived in Virginia. No, it doesn't matter. I started off on Prozac. And first it took me about 3 months to get used to it. And I was on a very low dose. And then after that, I realized that one was making me very lethargic and I wasn't depressed. I just didn't care about anything. Like nothing. Nothing bothered me, but I didn't care about anything either. I didn't care if I got up in the morning. I didn't care if I took a shower. I didn't care if I ate. I didn't care. And I told my doctor that. I'm like, I don't think this is for me. And so that's when they put me on the Wellbutrin. And the Wellbutrin took me 6 months to adjust to it. And again, I was on the low dose. So every time he adjusted my dose about a year ago, and that took me like a couple months to get used to the higher dose. So that's my thing. She's never stayed on her medications long enough to get used to the dose, to get used to the medication. So how would you even know if it's working or not? Anyway, I'm rambling. Visual snow, yeah. Her life is so devoid of stimulation, she could just be desperate for dopamine. She has to be bored. Like, I think a lot of her problems is she's just bored. My piece of paper said beyond help. Yeah, it's kind of how I felt too. I know that Amber wants to be special. We all want to be special on some level. Like, there's very few people on the planet who walk around not wanting to be special, at least to somebody, like you want to be special to your significant other, you want your parents to think you're special. You want the people that you want to impress to be impressed by you, which makes you special. Like, I get that part. It's just the way she goes about it. It's very high school. And we say this every time we watch Amber. Like, she's clearly stuck in high school. She's stuck in that mentality. She's stuck in that socializing ability, which is going to make life so difficult for her the older she gets. Because right now she's so isolated. Assuming that she ever does get to a point where she can start going out again, how is she even going to meet people? I don't even meet people right now. And I'm a mostly functional adult, I live in one of the larger cities on this side of the country. There's always something happening I could go do, and I don't do any of it, Yeah, they recommended Adderall to my partner, and I think he took it once, and that was the end of that. Adderall can be very good for people. It was not a good choice for him, but I do know people who are on it who love it. And it has helped them immensely, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for another person. So that's why you've got to work with your doctors. Like, yeah, she was on whatever the hell she was on, and it wasn't working for her. So talk to your doctor. There's other medications, or there's combos of medications that you could be doing. I mean, let's all think back to when Amber insisted on filming Becky. Well, Becky was trying to get her meds sorted out. Wasn't she on like 5 different medications at one time? And that's why she was a freaking zombie? Like, that was way too many medications in my opinion, but that's kind of the process you kind of have to go through, The wrong shoes. I think she gets diagnosed by Dr. Google. And yes, she does use it as a shield because she just did, Don't make fun of my collections of garbage because, you know, that's my mentals. That's not me wanting to be quirky. That's my mentals. Stevie Reezy. They believe they are special, that everyone else is wrong. It is not me that is wrong, it is the children. It is hard to meet people, especially the older you get. Like, once you're out of college, if you haven't met people while you're in college, you're screwed. You're going to make work friends and that's it. So make sure you like your job, because that's where your friends are going to come from. And they're not even going to be like good friends. They're going to be good friends at work, but they're not like the friend that you're going to call when your appendix bursts at 3 a.m. Yeah, calligraphy fairy. A lot of people misconstrue, sure, the socializing they do online with like real life socializing. Like, I like all of you. I really do. But I'm having a good time reading the discussions. I like reading comments. I feel like I'm having a conversation. It's very fulfilling in the moment. But like, y'all gonna come have a beer with me? You know, that's like... We're going to go out to the pizzeria and get a slice. It's just one of those things. Like, you're going to hang out with me at 4 a.m. while we're binge watching something stupid on Netflix. It's just that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, visual snow. No, I'm not saying Amber did a good job with Becky whatsoever. I am not defending Amber's treatment of Becky in any way, shape, or form. I mean, you'd have to be freaking blind or delusional to not have noticed that was an incredibly abusive relationship. All right. So, hey, everybody. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you didn't, you can hit the dislike button, I guess. I mean, it does notify me that I have a number of dislikes. It just, you can't see them anymore. So... I don't know. It still counts as interacting with the video too. So, I mean, it's like a win-win for me. Not only can no one else see how much my video is disliked, but it still counts as interaction. So my video still gets hyped by YouTube. It's very strange. I don't know. I'm sure it makes sense somewhere in some algorithm. But if you have made it to the end of this video, go ahead and put trying to think. We've already done moving vans. We've already done moving boxes. We already did a broken heart. What else could we possibly put in there? You know what? My cats were going nuts that night and apparently this night. So go ahead and put your favorite cat emoji down in the comment section, because we can never have enough cats. And if you're a dog person, go ahead and put a dog down there too. That's fine. You can have a cat and a dog. You can be both a dog person and a cat person. I personally like both. Just can't afford to have a dog right now. Anyway, go ahead and put a cat or a dog emoji down in the comments section. Feel free to leave a comment if you would like. And don't forget to hit the like button. Ding, ding. And I will see everybody in the next video. Bye.